Welcome to the next section of our video series where we will be discussing the threat intelligence lifecycle. The threat intelligence process can be broken down into several stages. 1. Planning and direction. The first stage of the threat intelligence lifecycle involves establishing a clear plan and providing direction for your threat intelligence efforts. This includes defining objectives, prioritizing tasks, and selecting the right sources and tools for gathering and analyzing information. Let's dive into these steps in more detail. Defining objectives, prioritization, and scope. To begin, it's essential to define the objectives of your threat intelligence program. This involves identifying the specific goals you wish to achieve and determining the scope of your efforts. Consider the following questions. What are your organization's most critical assets? What are the primary threats facing your organization? Which threat actors are most likely to target your organization? And what are their motivations? By answering these questions, you can identify the key areas to focus on and prioritize your threat intelligence efforts accordingly. This will help ensure that your resources are allocated effectively and that you are focusing on the most relevant threats. Choosing the right sources and tools for your needs. Once you have defined your objectives and prioritized your efforts, you need to select the appropriate sources and tools for gathering and analyzing threat intelligence. There are numerous sources available, including open source intelligence from public sources like blogs, forums, and social media. Commercial threat intelligence feeds from reputable providers. Industry-specific information sharing and analysis centers. Government and law enforcement resources. It's essential to choose a combination of sources that provides you with a comprehensive and accurate view of the threat landscape. Additionally, consider using tools such as threat intelligence platforms and security information and event management systems to help collect, analyze, and manage the intelligence you gather. 2. Collection and gathering. Having a comprehensive understanding of the threat landscape requires gathering data from multiple sources. Each source contributes a unique piece of information that helps build a complete picture of potential threats. Some common sources include open source intelligence, publicly available information from sources like news articles, forums, and social media. Technical intelligence, information derived from technical sources like network logs, malware analysis, and vulnerability databases. Human intelligence, insights gained through personal interactions and relationships with industry peers, informants, and security researchers. Remember, the more diverse your sources, the better your threat intelligence will be. Now that we've discussed the importance of using multiple sources, let's talk about the various data collection techniques. Employing a diverse set of techniques will help you gather comprehensive and accurate information. Some popular data collection techniques include passive data collection, monitoring publicly available information such as social media, forums, and news articles without interacting with the source directly. Active data collection, engaging with potential threat actors or investigating specific websites to gather information directly. Automated data collection, using tools like web crawlers, scripts, and APIs to gather large amounts of data quickly and efficiently. Manual data collection, relying on human analysts to gather and interpret information that may require critical thinking or specialized skills. Combining these techniques will give you a holistic view of the threat landscape and help you identify potential risks before they become critical. 3. Processing and exploitation. Streamlining data through normalization, categorization, and analysis. The first step in the processing and exploitation stage is to streamline the collected data. This involves normalization, which means converting diverse data formats into a common format that can easily be analyzed and understood. Once the data is normalized, it is essential to categorize it based on various factors such as threat type, industry, or threat actor. Categorization helps organizations to quickly identify and respond to specific threats. With data normalized and categorized, it is crucial to perform in-depth analysis to draw meaningful insights. This analysis can include statistical analysis, machine learning, and artificial intelligence techniques to derive actionable intelligence from the data. Spotting correlations, trends, and patterns to stay ahead of threats. Identifying correlations between different datasets is a vital part of the processing and exploitation stage. Correlations can help organizations uncover relationships between threats, vulnerability exploits, and threat actors. Analyzing trends is another essential aspect of processing threat intelligence. By observing trends, organizations can anticipate potential threats and proactively implement security measures to mitigate them. Detecting patterns in the data can help organizations identify recurring or similar threats. Understanding these patterns can enable security teams to devise effective strategies to prevent future attacks. 4. Analysis and production. Thorough evaluation and context building for a better understanding. This process allows for a more comprehensive understanding of the threat landscape enabling security teams to make better informed decisions. Begin by analyzing the data from various sources and determining its relevance and reliability. Contextualize the data by considering factors such as the threat actors' tactics, techniques, and procedures, as well as the affected industries and geographic regions. Build a comprehensive understanding by connecting the dots between seemingly unrelated pieces of information and recognizing emerging trends and patterns. Use visualization tools and techniques to present the analyzed data in a clear and concise manner, enabling decision makers to grasp complex concepts more easily, generating actionable insights to drive informed decision making. Now that we have a thorough understanding of the threat landscape, it's time to generate actionable insights that can help drive informed decision making. Identify the most critical threats and vulnerabilities by prioritizing them based on their potential impact on the organization. Develop tailored threat intelligence reports that provide specific recommendations on how to mitigate identified risks and protect against potential threats. Ensure that the generated insights are actionable by providing clear guidance on the steps that need to be taken to address the identified issues. Finally, communicate these insights effectively to the relevant stakeholders, enabling them to make data driven decisions that improve the organization's security posture. 5. Dissemination and reporting. This stage is crucial for effectively communicating threat intelligence to relevant stakeholders and ensuring timely sharing of information. Crafting comprehensive reports for various stakeholders, understanding your audience, identify the needs and preferences of your stakeholders, cater your reports to different levels of technical expertise, structuring your reports effectively, provide a clear and concise executive summary, use visuals and graphics to illustrate complex ideas, organize your content with headings and subheadings for easy navigation, ensuring content accuracy and relevance, validate your information sources, tailor the content to address specific needs and concerns. Now that we have covered the process of crafting comprehensive reports, let's move on to ensuring timely and relevant threat intelligence sharing. Establishing robust communication channels, utilize secure and accessible platforms for information exchange, maintain up-to-date contact information for stakeholders, implementing effective sharing protocols, develop clear guidelines for sharing sensitive information, assign responsibilities for sharing and receiving threat intelligence, monitoring and evaluating sharing effectiveness, track the impact of shared intelligence on decision making, solicit feedback from stakeholders to continuously improve communication.